Hello, friends. My name is Charmaine from Two Witch Isle, and this is another Witch's Cauldron. I wanted to touch today on emotions because they can be really strong sometimes. Sometimes they can completely overwhelm us. And if we've survived a trauma, then it's almost doubly so that our emotions can become very overwhelming at times. This This used to happen to me a lot when I first started therapy. My emotions pretty much overtook me the majority of the time. I really did not understand that I was not my emotions. So that is the first thing I remind myself anytime my emotions want to take over my thinking mind is that I remind myself I am not my emotions, first and foremost. The second most important thing about emotions is that they have a purpose. They're there to do a job. Our emotions are there to help us determine what it is that we need. If we're feeling angry, usually we need to feel respected. If we're feeling sad, sometimes we need to reconnect with people. So I'm going to go through like angry as an example here. And as a little side note, as you become good at figuring out your emotions, you go through a period where it is very, very difficult. So you may feel the emotion and have to really come down from that emotion before you can really make sense of it. So don't be surprised if you have to take a little break when you become angry, but do come back and ask yourself about that anger. Here are some questions that you can ask yourself when you need to assess what it is that your emotions are trying to tell you. Uh, when you feel something, whatever the emotion is, what is it that you need in that moment? You can ask yourself, what need is not being met? What is this emotion trying to tell you about what you need? What can you do to meet this need in a healthy way? When you can start to ask yourself questions about the emotions that you're having, you can kind of unwind what it is that you need. Because sometimes when we're angry about somebody leaving the light on or forgetting to shut the door, it might not be necessarily those things that are making you angry. It may be that you don't feel like you're being heard by the people around you. That makes you feel angry. And so it is an amount of respect. Sometimes it'll be boundaries that need to be set. Sometimes it may just be talking to people because also with emotions, other people can't read your mind. They might be able to tell you're angry, but they're not going to know what it's about unless you explain or talk to them about it. When you start to feel away strong, I challenge you to ask yourself what it is that emotion is trying to tell you about what you need. And as always, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I hope to see you next time on The Witch's Cauldron. Until then, light and love.